Tillerson, who arrived in the country Friday afternoon from the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, had his first engagement with President Uhuru Kenyatta, where they held extensive discussions on bilateral ties between Kenya and the United States. Tillerson would later head for a joint press conference with Kenya's Foreign Affairs CS Monica Juma. The Secretary of State, hailing the unity talks between President Kenyatta and opposition leader Raila Odinga. Tillerson termed the gesture as a positive move towards ending political and ethnic hostilities in the country.
This is a very positive step in our view, and while we know addressing Kenya's ethnic and political divisions will take some time and effort, today both of these men showed great leadership in coming together in the agreement that they signed today.
But Tillerson would deny any U.S. involvement in the surprise gesture by the two towering political figures.
But I think we really want to give them the credit. This was very important, I think, action on their part to show that they're ready to work on behalf of all Kenyans, regardless of party, and begin to really take this long journey that's necessary to restore the country, eliminate these divisions that are creating obstacles to Kenya's future. And so all the credit goes to the two leaders this morning that came together in a very important agreement.
Tillerson revealed that he had held discussions with the president on expanding democratic space in the country through independent media and respect for the courts.
We believe that there are actions that need to be taken in Kenya and that they need to correct certain actions like shutting down TV stations and threatening the independence of the courts. I know Kenya takes these matters seriously. The free and independent media is essential to safeguarding democracy and giving all Kenyans confidence in their government.
CS Juma defending the government from accusations of clamping down on the media.
And the incident that is being referenced here is a one-off incident. It's an incident that affected 3 of more than tens of TV stations in this country. It is a matter that involved investigation of the police. And you will know, if you operate in this environment, that we have perhaps the largest media core anywhere on this African continent. So the notion that there is a restriction of the media in Kenya is actually not backed by fact and reality.
The United States has pledged to support President Kenyatta's Big Four agenda as the two countries focus on expanding economic ties.
We commend the government's Big Four economic growth initiative and look forward to deepening the ties between American and Kenyan business communities to support this effort.
Both countries committing to stabilizing South Sudan, which has been hit by political instability after the fallout of President Salva Kiir and Riek Machar, resulting into a civil war and tensions.
Well, the U.S. believes that the arms embargo should be enforced, and our position has been very clear on that.
I also have to state here that Kenya is not involved in any supply of arms to any of the parties. For the longest period of time, Kenya has been involved in the search for peace in South Sudan. And it would be foolhardy that we would invest in the search for peace while at the same time arming parties to that conflict.
The Secretary of State, who is on a 5-country tour of Africa, has cancelled his events today, with the U.S. Embassy reporting that he is unwell. John Jacob Curia, Channel 1 News.